Top news of the hour. News number 1. Erdogan, the man who could be Putin's inside man in NATO. In the realm of international politics, the complex relationship between Russia and Turkey has become a subject of intrigue and speculation. With its formidable military strength and strategically significant location, Turkey holds a crucial position within NATO, only second to the United States. This status, combined with Russia's reliance on Turkey for export revenue, has laid the foundation for a compelling partnership between President Putin and President Erdogan. The dynamics between Russia and Turkey began to shift when Russia annexed Crimea in early 2014, followed by its military intervention in Syria a year later. While the United States supported Kurdish militias fighting against ISIS, Erdogan saw them as a major threat due to their affiliation with the Kurdistan Workers' Party, PKK, which conducted separatist attacks in southeastern Turkey. Furthermore, Crimea's resonance with Turkey's Ottoman Empire legacy brought forth mixed sentiments within the country. Erdogan criticized Russia's annexation, yet refrained from openly denouncing Putin and refused to participate in the sanctions imposed by NATO. However, the failed military coup against Erdogan in 2016 marked a turning point in Russian-Turkish relations. Erdogan, who narrowly escaped being overthrown, utilized the crisis to consolidate his power and targeted Hizmet, the Gülen movement, branding them as coup plotters and terrorists. Hizmet, considered pro-American and anti-Iranian, posed a threat to Erdogan's regime. Russia, seizing the opportunity, extended a welcoming hand, and Erdogan's first foreign visit after the coup was to Moscow. Subsequently, in October 2016, Putin reciprocated the gesture and signed an agreement to supply Turkey with natural gas through Gazprom, Russia's state-owned gas corporation. The Turk Stream pipeline, inaugurated in January 2020, not only strengthened economic ties but also allowed Russia to bypass Ukraine and Romania to sell gas in the Balkans. The bond between the two countries was further solidified when Turkey, despite being a NATO member, surprised the alliance by signing an agreement with Russia to purchase the S-400 air defense system instead of the American Patriot missiles. While the United States initially hesitated to retaliate against Turkey for its decision, subsequent sanctions were imposed under the Countering America's Adversaries Through Sanctions Act, CAATSA, in late 2020. Nevertheless, Russia's successful energy partnership with Turkey through projects like Turkstream and the Akkuyu nuclear power station highlights the limitations of sanctions and the shifting global power dynamics. As we witness the formation of new trading blocs and the decline of Western hegemony, the effectiveness of sanctions becomes increasingly questionable. Russia's ability to strengthen economic ties with Turkey while engaging in military collaborations and energy partnerships challenges the dominance of the West. Erdogan's skillful maneuvering between alliances demonstrates his pragmatic approach to international relations. Considering these developments, it is essential to engage viewers to share their views on this topic. What are your thoughts on the relationship between Russia and Turkey? Do you believe Erdogan can be considered Putin's partner within NATO? Please feel free to share your opinions in the comments section below. News number 2. PM Fiala sounds the alarm. Russia's expansion must be stopped, no matter the cost. The statements made by Prime Minister Peter Fiala during the meeting of such diplomats at Sherman Palace highlight the pressing concern of Russia's expansionist ambitions. Fiala emphasizes that it is imperative to halt Russia's attempts to regain its once dominant sphere of influence, regardless of the potential costs and time it may take. This shift in focus from economic diplomacy to national security concerns underlines the severity of the situation. Fiala's assertion that the primary security threat facing the Czech Republic and the democratic world stems from Russia's imperialist policy resonates strongly. Failure to address and counter these ambitions would not only encourage the Putin regime, but also other potential aggressors. Thus, it becomes crucial to join forces with allies to effectively deter and isolate Russia. Unity among democracies sends a powerful message, even if it entails increasing costs over time. One of the actionable steps emphasized by the Prime Minister is the need to reduce energy dependence on Russia swiftly. This goal is aligned with ensuring national security and reducing vulnerabilities. Fiala expresses optimism that this objective will be achieved within the coming months, indicating the government's dedication to safeguarding the country's future. Foreign Minister Jan Lipavsky echoes the sentiments expressed by Fiala, suggesting that as long as Putinism persists, the world will remain unsafe. Lipavsky emphasizes that Russia's aggression towards Ukraine is not only an assault on Ukraine itself, but also an attack on core Western values such as liberal democracy, freedom, and human rights. Drawing from Czechia's own history, the foreign minister highlights the perils of appeasement and underscores the importance of upholding international law and preventing superpowers from arbitrarily redrawing borders. Lipavsky further emphasizes the need to investigate and punish war crimes committed by Russia in Ukraine. Czechia actively supports the establishment of a special tribunal to address these crimes, demonstrating its commitment to justice and accountability. Additionally, Czechia plans to host two significant events in the autumn to support Ukraine: the Parliamentary Summit of the International Crimea Platform and the Forum for Ukraine, both of which aim to shed light on the ongoing conflict and provide a platform for dialogue and international solidarity. The visit of Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba to Prague serves as a testament to the strong relationship between Czechia and Ukraine. Kuleba expresses gratitude for Czechia's unwavering support during the challenging times faced by his country. In conclusion, the statements made by Czech Prime Minister Petr Fiala and Foreign Minister Jan Lipavsky convey a unanimous stance against Russia's expansionist ambitions and its aggression towards Ukraine. The Czech government stresses the urgency of countering these threats, highlighting the need for unity among democratic nations. The support for Ukraine, both in terms of military aid and diplomatic efforts, is an integral part of Czechia's approach to addressing the conflict. It is now essential to invite viewers to share their opinions on the matter in the comments section, encouraging an open dialogue and fostering a deeper understanding of the topic at hand. News number 3. Germany's radical plan to cut through EU bureaucracy. What you need to know. Germany is set to push for reforms aimed at curbing unnecessary EU bureaucracy in an effort to boost its struggling economy and facilitate cross-border investments. Cabinet officials in the country have identified the ever-growing bureaucracy within the EU as a significant barrier to investment and economic growth. Economy and Climate Action Minister Robert Habeck describes it as a veritable bureaucracy thicket that has hindered business operations for years. The German government, inspired in part by the Brexit bonfire planned by the UK, hopes that other member states will rally behind these reforms. With similar sentiments expressed by French President Emmanuel Macron in the past, Germany aims to garner his support, particularly considering his previous interest in reducing EU bureaucracy. However, Macron's focus on EU reforms seems to have shifted towards advocating for a multi-speed approach to EU membership, rather than solely targeting bureaucracy reduction. Macron believes that the EU needs to undergo substantial reform before considering further enlargement. He argues that the bloc already struggles to pass legislation with its current 27 members, making it even more challenging with additional countries. Supporting a multi-speed Europe, the French president suggests that adapted forms of membership could help countries like Ukraine and Moldova align with the functioning of Brussels. This German initiative to curb EU bureaucracy is not without its own implications and consequences. While it aims to streamline processes and facilitate economic growth, it may also have unintended consequences on standardization and cooperation within the EU. The diversity of bureaucratic systems across member states could potentially impede harmonization and decision-making processes. Hence, it is essential to consider the opinions of viewers regarding this topic. Do you believe that reducing EU bureaucracy is crucial for economic growth and investment facilitation? Or do you think it could lead to potential challenges in standardization and cooperation within the EU? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below.